We're quickly approaching the 50th anniversary of the Nixon shock when Nixon took the dollar off of the gold standard. And for the first time in human history, the entire planet has used fiat currency. And every dollar is borrowed into existence. And as a result, there has always been, since 1971, there has always been more debt than money, right? Because every dollar has to be borrowed into existence with interest, which means that more dollars have to be borrowed to pay the interest. And it got me thinking about the stimulus of what we could do. And this year, the federal government has run a $4 or $5 trillion deficit. And there's a lot of negotiation about what the next stimulus should be. I have a proposal. I know this is not going to happen and it needs a lot of tweaking before anything close to it could happen. But it got me thinking, if there's more debt than money, what if we swap them so that every dollar you have becomes a dollar of debt that you owe, and vice versa? Every dollar of debt that you have now becomes a dollar of cash. So if you're like most people, you might have some cash in the form of a bank account or maybe in your retirement account, but you probably have more debt, right? You have student loans, you got credit cards, you got a mortgage, and all of a sudden all of that gets swapped, right? The money you thought you had in your bank account or your 401k becomes money that you owe, and your credit card debt and your student loan debt and your mortgage now become money that you could spend, right? I wonder what would happen. If you think about it, the people who are most in debt probably are going to spend the money the fastest. It could probably have a positive effect, right? As silly as this idea might sound, it might put the dollars into where they could be used most efficiently, right? Especially if we do this right after COVID is resolved, right? And businesses are reopening. The ones that went under the most during the lockdowns would probably multiply the money the fastest, right? Obviously, it needs some tweaking before it will become law. And obviously, the way it will happen will probably be wacky as well, right? You obviously can't announce that you're going to do this 6 months from now, right? Just some food for thought.